Canadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
We are taking pride in outstanding performance. We are encouraging and recognizing innovation. We are committed to continuously doing things better, with enhanced services coming soon. Yes, we are here for you. Check us out today for your financial need. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN Television News from Monday, April 26, 2021. I'm Chrislyn, Lashington. In the headlines, GUT President says protest actions will continue until public officers' 4% salary increase is secure. The RGPF says the questioning of GUT President is part of their investigations to ensure the COVID-19 regulations are adhered to. One man charged with non-capital murder following a shooting incident in St. John and several injured following two serious accidents on the weekend. Former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas is tonight's analyst on recent developments in Grenada. In Around the Globe, Guyana President pledges to support St. Vincent with rebuilding in the aftermath of the volcano eruption. The United Nations launched $1 million appeal to ramp up international solidarity to respond to St. Vincent's humanitarian crisis. Coming up in sports, St. David crowned champion of the Republic Bank Right Star GCA Under-19 tournament, and the Athletics Canada becomes the latest to withdraw from the 2021 World Athletics Relays. Details right after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol, and just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. President General of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Jude Bartholomew, deems the action of police last Saturday as a scare tactic. To shed light on this latest development, a press conference was called on Monday at the union's office on the Carnage, St. George's. Details in this report.
Members of the Grenada Union of Teachers are not buying into the explanation given by the Royal Grenada Police Force that recent protest action were contrary to the COVID-19 regulations. Within minutes of words circulating that President of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Jude Bartholomew, was called in for questioning at the St. David's police station, dozens of teachers, trade union members, and community residents turned up outside the police station, lending their support Saturday night. For some, there were concerns that the death of Grenadian-born Canadian citizen Oscar Bartholomew brought back fearful memories, and the GUT leader, bearing the same surname, was additional means for them to lend their support and ensure his safety. His assurance to the people came after he exited the station.
We will never be afraid. No. To come in front of the police station, the Grenada Union of Teachers, for our freedom, for the 4%, for our pension, and they did it already. They could do it tomorrow morning and anytime again.
Addressing the media on Monday, he is more determined than before to fight for public workers' 4% salary increase. Bartholomew told the media he sees the action towards him as total disrespect to all public officers. He said teachers were in accordance with the COVID-19 protocols. The union's president recalls when officers came to his home requesting he accompany them to police headquarters in St. George.
Afternoon. It was probably about 4 o'clock or something like that. I was at my home home, relaxing, all right, as I have the right to do. Then I heard some calling, so I looked out. And when I looked out, I saw about 3 plainclothes officers. They identified themselves as officers, and they almost commanded in the sense that you must go down to Fort George with us.
Bartholomew says he was questioned in relation to April 7th when teachers took to the streets of the capital to voice their dissatisfaction. He says they claimed teachers violated COVID protocols during the process. He explained what later transpired.
They brought me in a little room, a small room and such. I would make it clear that at no time that I was under duress or anything. At no time I was under duress. I knew my rights, and they did read me my rights. And they asked certain questions, which some questions my lawyer was not there, in which I refused to answer. Certain general and basic questions I answered. But what I found strange, I did ask them, are you trying to profile me? What are you trying to gather some information about the Grenada Union of Teachers, that you want to know how many members we have? I didn't answer that. And what was even more amazing and surprising, they wanted to know what is our tactics, how do we, what is our means of bringing our members out, by what means.
The President General further questioned the motive as he highlighted the presence and accompaniment of the lawmen.
Of April, there were police presence. There were police presence. They accompanied us. They accompanied us. And if they would have thought at this moment that we did not get the necessary permission, why didn't they carry us or carry me to the fort or to the police station at that moment? They didn't do that at that particular time. So they're just trying to send a strong message. They accompanied us. They knew our movement. In fact, there was a senior officer there when we were talking about the rules in terms of for teachers, let us be responsible, and we make sure that we did that. We made sure. I went up on the van for everybody to see me, and the police stood there. And we talk about in terms of walking in single files, obeying the 3 feet social distance. And what is so hurtful, and that particular day, the teachers did it well. More hurtful for us, the officer in khaki commended me when I finished speaking to the teachers.
GUT's first Vice President, Justin Courtney, added his voice, saying Saturday's visit was not necessary. As to whether legal action will follow Saturday's act by the lawmen is left open for discussion, Courtney said. Chrislyn John, GBN News.
Still on the topic, ranking officers within the Royal Grenada Police Force say that the questioning of GUT President Jude Bartholomew surrounds an ongoing investigation regarding possible violations of the Emergency Powers Act and breaches of the COVID-19 protocols. Bartholomew was questioned at the St. David's Police Station on Saturday, April 24th, 2021, by officers of the Criminal Investigations Department. At a media briefing on Monday, Assistant Commissioner of Police Franklin Redhead says the move made by the police is not intended to prevent anyone from exercising their rights.
We are in no position, and certainly I want to state this very clearly, to prevent anyone from having their say or to exercising their democratic rights. However, these are not conventional times, and we have to ensure that within the frame of expressing those rights, we do not cause other rights to be violated as well, because we all live in a small society, and everything is connected. So what happens to one part of this system will affect, naturally, other parts of the system as well.
Redhead said the president was questioned for just over 2 hours without charge and was allowed to leave upon conclusion, pending further investigations.
Ongoing investigation. It's an ongoing investigation, and we have the statutory right to question anyone pursuant to any investigation that we have an interest in. And in that regard, I want to certainly reaffirm our commitment as an institution to ensuring that while we will facilitate persons' rights within the context of our democracy, we also have an obligation to pursue matters relative to having these issues successfully investigated and concluded if there are any violations that we perceive to be happening.
The RGPF is appealing to the general public to cooperate as they manage this difficult period. Teachers say they deemed Saturday's questioning of their union's President General Jude Bartholomew as a form of victimization. They say it is within their rights to take action, as was demonstrated on Monday. Let's get the details.
Teachers are not letting up. Even after the union's president was called in for questioning, they are saying they are not daunted. They will continue to fight for what is rightfully theirs. Parents and retired teachers stood in solidarity with the teachers at the St. Martin de Porres RC School on Monday. Teachers took their lunch hour to show team spirit with the union's president Jude Bartholomew over what transpired on Saturday. Shop steward Cheyenne Date says they will not be intimidated.
Well, we deem the questioning, the retaining of him as a form of victimization, because there were other matches, there were other events around the island that would have broken the protocols. And to our knowledge, we didn't hear of any questioning or any arrest or so. So why is it that why was it so necessary for our leader to be called in for questioning in regards to the breaking of protocols? So we're sending a message today that we're standing up against victimization and we're standing to it our colleague. We're sending the message that we're not being daunted. We will continue to struggle and we'll fight for whatever is ours. We're the pension, the 4%, we're fighting.
Teachers were not the only ones on the streets of Crowshoe St. Andrew on Monday. Other individuals say it's only fair the teachers be given what they deserve, the 4% salary increase that should be paid since January.
Here in solidarity and support to the teachers of our nations. And, because I think it's unfair that what they're going through. The government have always asked for sacrifice. Remember, I'll do anything for teachers, right? It's not against the government, but I'm supporting the teachers because they need their money, right?
You're a teacher. I am a teacher, but I'm not willing to share. I'm just participating, supporting my president and my fellow colleague at the school.
Out here to support the teachers. Been a teacher for over 39 years, and I think the struggle, we should not give up the struggle. We should not give up at all, because we have worked hard for that, and now is our time to get back. We deserve it. We are not asking for something that doesn't belong to us. It belongs to us.
Teachers promise they will continue to stand as a unified body and will continue to voice their concerns. Chrislyn John, GBN News.
Shifting gears now, one man is facing charges of non-capital murder following a shooting incident in St. John, and 2 serious accidents have been recorded in St. George and St. Andrew over the weekend. Details in this report.
A 26-year-old man has been charged with 2 counts of attempt to commit non-capital murder and 1 count each of possession of a firearm and possession of ammunition. Those charges were laid against Jonathan Richards of Guelph St. John by officers of the Criminal Investigation Department, Guelph Police Station on April 26, 2021. Richards was charged following a shooting incident that resulted in an 11-year-old child receiving gunshot wounds to his arm. He's expected to appear at the Guelph Magistrates Court on Tuesday, 27 April 2021. On Saturday, police issued a wanted man notice and Richards was subsequently detained. Police also reported 2 serious accidents on the weekend. Sergeant Kevin Williams of the Traffic Department attached to the South St. George Police Station provided details on the first accident, which occurred on Saturday evening at Woburn St. George.
When the accident occurred along the Woburn Public Road, about 18:10 p.m. or 6:10 p.m., on Saturday night, Saturday evening. It involved 2 motor vehicles, a RAPO van and a Toyota Corolla car. And as a result of the impact, the magnitude of the impact, 2 persons was taken to the general hospital to undergo medical treatment. A passenger in one of the vehicles along with both drivers. They were treated at the hospital, and up to this point, they all have been discharged.
Meanwhile, at Hope St. Andrew, on Sunday night, another serious accident was recorded, this time involving a motorcycle and a car. Sergeant Aaron Thomas, attached to the traffic department of the Grenville Police Station, made a statement on the accident and updated GBN on the status of the persons involved.
I can confirm that on yesterday's date, there was a motor vehicle accident on the Hope Public Road, which involved 2 motorcycles and a motor car. The accident was reported to the station at 17:55 p.m. Officers attended. There was 2 persons who were taken to the hospital. One was released based on our last information received, and one still at the hospital.
Sergeant Williams implored motorists to practice safe driving when traversing the nation's roads.
At the same time, imploring persons like the motoring public, that is, to exercise caution when using the nation's road, especially in regards to speeding and recklessness. We want to implore persons to drive with due care and attention, and at the same time to exercise to obey all the rules of the road regarding signs and speeding and all those things. The whole intention of it is to ensure that the road is made safe for all those users. So that's the reason I'm speaking like that.
Both accidents remain under investigation. For GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
This is News at 7. Coming up, former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas joins us live to analyze recent developments in Grenada. Stay with us.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here, even when the future seems unclear. Because one thing is certain, you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you. Is back. Live free for 1 year. Spend $50 or more in any Hubbard's department and receive a chance to win big prizes every month. Property or vehicle insurance for 1 year. Free internet, cable, and data for 1 year. Free fuel for 1 year. Free cooking gas for 1 year. Free electricity for 1 year. Free drinks for 1 year. Extra cash account and the big free groceries for 1 year. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2021. Live free for 1 year with Hubbard's in association with Solgas, Flow, Grenadian General Insurance, Carib Brewery, Coca-Cola, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenlec, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Dutch Lady Milk, Promo, Danny and Supreme. Terms and conditions apply.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's It's fast, safe, and easy. Blow, keeping you connected.
The safety and security of your information is always important to us. Ariza now offers chip cards, also known as EMV cards, which provide enhanced security for your purchases and are globally accepted. The new Ariza Credit Union Visa International Debit Card continues to have the traditional magnetic stripe with the additional security feature of a chip and can now be used at both chip and traditional magnetic stripe terminals. For your added protection, always keep your PIN private and store your chip card safely in a RFID pouch. Visit arizacu.com to learn more on how to protect your account information. Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here, even when the future seems unclear. Because one thing is certain, you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Tonight, we analyze the issues of the ongoing industrial climate, mandatory vaccines, and a suggestion to privatize the Maurice Bishop International Airport with former Prime Minister, Mr. Tillman Thomas. Welcome, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, as a former Prime Minister of this country and as a lawyer by profession, the industrial climate is heating up amidst a pandemic. On one hand, the police are holding the trade unions on the COVID regulations, and on the other hand, public officers and their trade union representatives feel their rights are being infringed on, fighting for something they already earned. Where do you think we go from here to find settled ground?
Well, this is a time for meaningful engagement. When the government was about to introduce the structural adjustment program, the government solicited the support of all the stakeholders. And now is the time for the government again to engage the teachers' union as a stakeholder. There is an agreement, a binding agreement, and the government should honor the agreement. That's a fact. Of course, there's another fact that government would say that its revenue stream has been declined to a certain extent. That's the normal revenue stream. But there's another source of revenue, which is the citizenship by investment. That fund has millions of dollars in it. It has not been disclosed to the public, but that fund could be used to address the teachers' issue. So it is not a time really for intimidation. The government should not intimidate, or the police should not intimidate the teachers. There are several organizations and people are having social gatherings throughout the country, and we have not heard of any one of them being taken and questioned by the police. Why the president of the teachers' union? We have to ask ourselves that question, because you go throughout Grenada and people are engaging in social and other activities, but the police never took anyone for questioning. Now, they're taking the president of the teachers' union, and they have a right to stand up for what they sign up to, and the government should live up to its expectation. I think the government also has a responsibility to diffuse, instability in the society. We want to see a stable society, and the government has the paramount responsibility to ensure that things things go on peacefully in the society. So the government should create that environment where people could engage in meaningful discussion instead of intimidation.
Now, would you say that unions fear that government may block them from protesting? I mean, in terms of the law, can protesters be prevented from demonstrating? And if so, on what grounds?
Well, I don't think government could prevent them from protesting. People have a right to express their view, the right to assembly, the right to speak out, and the right to peacefully protest against things that people are not happy about. I don't think there is any way that they could be stopped once they're operating within certain guidelines. We live in a democratic society. We have a constitution that provides for our constitutional rights, in particular our rights, or the right to assemble, the right to speak out. There are several rights that are fundamental in the Constitution, and those rights have to be respected.
Now, another one of the issues in the public domain is the issue of the mandatory COVID-19 vaccination. Do you see this issue as one that can occupy an already challenged court system here in Grenada?
Well, if government or if business insists on people should be vaccinated before being employed, that could create some legal issues. I think it should be voluntary. If a person wants to be vaccinated, then that person should be vaccinated. If a person does not want to do it, I don't think that person should be discriminated against. I believe that we all want to see a healthy society. We all want to live in a community where we all are safe and secure. But at the same time, I can't see people being forced to take the vaccine.
Now, what would you say, because many of our viewers on GBN News, many of them may be in situations where they are perhaps giving an ultimatum. What can they do from a legal standpoint? Is there any grounds to them refusing vaccination and still retaining their jobs?
Well, I mean, if the jobs have been threatened, that could be challenged. I mean, maybe an issue could be raised before the court as to whether one could deprive a person of a livelihood because that person refused to take a vaccine. That's a matter that the court may have to answer one day in our jurisdiction in Grenada and other parts of the region, maybe.
Okay. Now, while you're here, we'd love your comments on one of these recently happenings. Recently, an Egyptian investor suggested the privatization of the Maurice Bishop International Airport. Do you think that investor is seeing poor management skills in the present administration, or is there something else?
Well, I find that the investor shows some disrespect for the authorities in Grenada. I believe that the authorities in Grenada, they have let down the guard. You have to assert yourself as a government. That should come from the government of Grenada. If any statutory body or any has to be privatized, it should come from the local authorities. It doesn't look good for some businessman or some foreigner to come and stating that we should privatize our airport, knowing the history and the background of the Maurice Bishop International Airport. I mean, it should be the last statutory body that, people should think about privatizing. I mean, you may not know, you're a young person, but there are lots of Grenadians who went about selling bonds and doing all different things to get this airport going. There's something sentimental about the Maurice Bishop International Airport to lots of Grenadians, especially those who were involved in the revolution. And again, I think it is an insult to the Grenadian public for some foreign businessman to be coming and suggesting that we should privatize that airport.
And what do you think about the management of the MBIA?
Well, again, I cannot pass judgment on the management. There is always room for improvement. But prior to COVID, it would appear that the management was going fairly okay.
Okay. Former Prime Minister, Mr. Tillman Thomas, thank you so much for joining us this evening on GBN News.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you so much. And continuing with the conversation of vaccination, 2 Grenadian health professionals based in New York will be joining in Beyond the Headlines tonight with host Odette Campbell. Dr. Barbara Gordon, a medical practitioner, and Mrs. Kizzy Belfon-Louison, epidemiologist and senior research analyst. You can check Beyond the Headlines out at 8:35 p.m. on this platform. And now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Trelana Charles has been looking around the platforms.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. The president of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Jude Bartholomew, on Saturday was visited at his home by police officers and asked to report to the St. David's police station for questioning, reportedly because of the union's latest protest action for the 4% salary increase. According to a statement released by the RGPF, this was in relation to an ongoing investigation regarding possible violations of the Emergency Powers Act and the breach of COVID-19 protocols.
We will never be afraid. No. Never be daunted. No. And I'm very happy and delighted to come in front of the police station. For the Grenada Union of Teachers. Yes. For our freedom. Yes. For the 4%. Yes. For our pension. Yes. And they did it already. They could do it tomorrow morning and anytime again. Yes.
GBN's online audience took to the comment section to share their thoughts on the situation. Kenneth commented, the RGPF through this statement sounds like Comedy Central's latest episode. The Emergency Regulations Act, like every other act, isn't specific to just a few, but should be adhered to by all. Raphael added, the police should never be used as a weapon of the state against opponents of the government. This is fully unacceptable in 2021. Harriet commented, Grenadians' rights are being trampled upon. Sad state of affairs, this could never be progress. Dale asked, wait, where am I living? Grenada or North Korea? Marcel warned, let's not have a repeat of the Geary days. Asha commented, every Grenadian must stand behind this brave heart of the soil and see to it no harm or hindering comes to those that stand up against tyranny and invaders of Grenada's people and their constitution for real. RGPF, it's time you take time out to understand the part you play in keeping law and order, and in such cases, use your discretion over dictatorship before it's too late. And Jocelyn commented, we will continue the fight. Never give up. We must fight for our rights. Long live GUT. That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
From the thought process to the visual impact, it's time to take a peek through the GBN Eyesore lens.
A good eye catches all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by ClearVision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. ClearVision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ClearVision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
In tonight's Eyesore, we have loads and loads, or rather loaves and loaves of bread being thrown away in Trinidad. This due to a recall by the Kiss Baking Company, which confirmed its recalled bread over the weekend, but denies it was for the presence of glass, as being reported on social media. A statement from the general manager said a recall was initiated because the company suspected that a piece of plastic may have contaminated a loaf of bread. See anything that catches your eye? Send us a photo or video via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Wow. I'm just thinking of how many sandwiches that would have been. Better be safe than sorry. Still ahead, Health Minister makes plea for people to take the COVID-19 vaccine as the world observes Vaccination Week. This is News at 7.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
There are those who say they care, and then there is Jediah's Pharmacy, conveniently located at the front entrance of the Brew Street Mall, right next to a Riser Credit Union. We offer premium quality products and services, and when you need us, we are there, offering you around-the-clock service, Monday 5342. Jediah's Pharmacy, affordable and totally dependable. Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand-name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss this. Sunday, May 2nd, get ready to celebrate with more cash. This time, you can win US $15,000.
$15,000?
Yes, Miguel. 15 big ones. And tickets are just $13 US. But that's not all. To top it off, we're bringing Grenada's 5-time Soca Monarch, the Mad Rass, Boise. Tell me why you like. Bingo.
All right, up in your front door like a Jehovah.
Yeah. Boise performing live on stage. This is going to be one for the record books. Get your tickets early for only $13 US. In Grenada, tickets are available at gotofet.com or from numerous box offices island-wide and our main office on Brew Street Mall. If you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofet.com. Sunday, May 2nd, don't miss the 20th edition of Waggity Virtual Bingo. Get your tickets now and join the fun and excitement online.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Your hard work, talent, and creativity, plus Flow, equals more ways to chase your dreams. Flow is connecting all of Grenada, from Point Salines to Hillsborough, with the most reliable connection on the island. So now everyone can work, study, and keep moving forward together. Visit discoverflow.co for more information.
Minister for Health and Social Security Nicholas Steele is driving home the importance of vaccination as the world observes Vaccination Week. The push towards vaccination, particularly the COVID-19 vaccination, Minister Steele encouraged citizens to give serious consideration to taking the COVID vaccine during a national address to open Vaccination Week.
Vaccines themselves continue to advance, bringing us closer to a world free from the likes of tuberculosis and cervical cancer, and ending suffering from the childhood diseases like measles. Investments and new research are enabling groundbreaking approaches to vaccine development, which are changing the science of immunization forever, bringing us closer still to a healthier future. As we celebrate this year, we encourage you to review your children's, yours, and your family's vaccination status. And please access the available vaccines from our community health facilities. I also encourage you to give serious consideration to taking the COVID vaccine. Remember, vaccines bring us closer. After all, vaccination is an act of love.
The National Training Agency, NTA, and the Ministry of Education have collaborated with a technical team from the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, to assist in the development of a national TVET policy. The policy has been reviewed and handed to the relevant authorities to share and analyze the findings and recommendations, and to discuss the next steps in the creation of a national policy for Grenada. CEO at the NTA, Kingsley L. Morgan, spoke of the importance of the TVET policy.
The development of a TVET policy is important to provide a framework for the coordination of technical and vocational education and training in Grenada. This is of critical importance in our attempts to build a workforce which is adequately equipped with the skills, knowledge, and competencies that are aligned to the current and future needs of industry. The overall enhancement of Grenada's human resource capacity is of tremendous importance as we seek to build a TVET system that is responsive to the changing needs of the labor market, while contributing to the social and economic development of our country and of our people.
Minister for Education Emlyn Pear says her ministry has already had discussions on how they can create a more productive environment for skills training on the islands of Grenada.
And so we are reviewing the policy that was changed some years ago as it relates to the introduction of skills training at the primary school level. We are in the process of reviewing that. And we are also reviewing what has happened with our CVQ program at the secondary school. We are moving aggressively, and PS is on that, to establish centers of excellence, not just for the secondary school students, but I'm sure you've heard me say this. It is a waste of our resources to close schools at 2:30. And I believe that is where we need to get our TVET program into the communities.
Stay with us. The weather and sports up next.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vit Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Sonatrogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open Hills and Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hills and Valley, your health is our business.
Do you know what time it is? You guessed right, it's detox time again. At Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Purchase our 7-day cleansing pack for only $500. Includes everything you need for a complete total body cleanse. Cleanse your blood, kidney, liver, and colon. This cleanse will help you lighten up and get rid of the excess. Also available are our special product Detox Combo Pack for only $100. Try our single detox products starting from $40. Check us out now. Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area, or call us on 231-6642, 449-7753, or 418-7115. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
Covered indeed. Tonight's minimum temperature 23.5 degrees Celsius. So it's getting just a little cooler. The weather is expected to be mostly fair and breezy with brief light showers mainly towards morning. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas slight to moderate with waves up to 5 feet in open waters. There are no warnings at this time. Tides are low at 3 minutes past 7 this evening and high at 9 minutes past 2 in the morning. On Tuesday, the sun will rise at 10 minutes to 6 and set at 21 minutes past 6. Generally fair and breezy with a slight increase in cloudiness during the afternoon with isolated showers is what the weather is looking like on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, hump day, we're looking at partly cloudy with early morning and nighttime showers. And finally, Thursday, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with occasional light to moderate showers. That's it for the weather forecast on GBN News. Sports. The Ministry of Sports congratulated several athletes, local and abroad, after a weekend of track and field events. Coordinator of Sports, Chrislyn Peters, delivered the remarks during a special address.
We want to say congratulations to all our athletes that compete this weekend, local and regional and international. I must start off by congratulating on behalf of the Minister, Anderson Peters, on a wonderful show and a victory in the javelin competed on Saturday. And Kirani James starting off in season with a marvelous time of 44.88 seconds. We want to congratulate you on your performance. We know that you are working hard, and there are numerous athletes that represented Grenada in the colleges over the weekend. Just to name a few, we have Kieran Charles, We have Talon James. We had Johan Jeremiah. A number of other athletes competed. We must congratulate them on a well-done performance that make them outstanding and getting them to achieve the standard that require them to perform at nationals. Locally, we must say congratulations for the Green Athletics Association for hosting another successful mini-meet at the stadium this Saturday. I knew that there were some records that were broken, and we want to say thanks to the Athletics Association and for the athletes and the supporters that came out and get the opportunity to compete so that they could represent Grenada and they could get the opportunity to gain scholarship.
Kirani raced in 44.88 after an absence of a year and a half, or from the final in Doha 2019, when he placed in 5th place with 44.56. St. David was crowned champion of the Republic Bank Right Start Grenada Cricket Association Under-19 tournament in the final played on Saturday, April 24th at the National Stadium. St. David recorded a 27-run victory over St. Mark in the keenly contested final. Prize winners of the finals are as follows: Kurt Murray, Right Start Player of the Match, 5 for 32. Jamal Lambert, Right Start Best Wicket Keeper. Kurt Murray, Right Start Best Bowler, 15 wickets. Akeem Auguste, Right Start Best Batsman, 244 runs. Kurt Murray, Tournament MVP, Most Valuable Player. Team B won the All-Star match by 3 wickets. Sports Coordinator Chrislyn Peters extended congratulations to the team.
We also want to congratulate the St. David's on the 19 team. They were victorious in the Right Start Republic Bank 50-50 cricket at the stadium. We want to say congratulations to them also too. You know, last weekend I must congratulate the senior T20 team, that is St. Patrick's team.
Athletics Canada has confirmed its withdrawal from the 2021 World Athletics Relays, with it being the latest nation to pull out of the event in Poland. Scheduled to take place on May 1st and 2nd, Canada joins Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, and Australia in missing the event. Let's get more in this TVJ report.
Canada has withdrawn from the World Athletics Relay, joining several other high-profile nations who will miss the May 1-2 event in Poland. In a release on Saturday, Athletics Canada cited COVID-19 concerns as a reason for their withdrawal, with their high-performance director Simon Nathan indicating that the travel risks simply outweigh the rewards of competing at the Olympic qualifying event. Canada, who was scheduled to send a team of 24 athletes to the 2-day championship, now joins Jamaica, the United States, Trinidad and Tobago, and Australia as teams to have withdrawn. Last week, the Jamaica Athletics Administrative Association, J3s, announced that athletes would not be making the trip to Poland due to travel arrangement issues. The decision left the men's 4x100-meter relay team in a precarious position, since they have no chance of qualifying automatically for the Olympics in Tokyo. According to the World Athletics rules, the first 8 placed teams at the World Relays shall automatically qualify for the Olympics. Those 8 teams will join the United States, Great Britain, Japan, Brazil, South Africa, and the People's Republic of China, who secured automatic qualification as the only teams to complete the World Championship final in Doha 2019. Given the likelihood that qualifiers from Doha 2019 will overlap with those at this weekend's relays, the remaining places will be decided by the World Athletics top list. Jamaica is currently ranked 11th with their 38.15 seconds run from Doha. That means Jamaica could find themselves further down the list, depending on the teams who qualify for the World Relay Finals at the weekend. However, 38.15 seconds could also be enough to take the team to the Olympic Games if other teams outside the automatic qualifiers fail to produce a faster time. Jamaica also has the option of improving on their time by competing in events with at least 2 other nations before the qualification deadline of June 29.
That's sports. We go around the globe next. In Around the Globe, backed by the United Nations, the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, led by Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves on Tuesday, launched a global appeal to not only help its own recovery, but those neighboring Caribbean islands affected by the periodic eruptions of the volcano over the last 12 days.
The volcano first erupted on April 9, 2021, displacing approximately 20,000 persons, with some 6,000 currently in public shelters and thousands more in private facilities. The entire island remains covered in ash as its inhabitants cope with limited potable water. It is the beginning of significant economic and social setback, even as the environmental impact has also affected neighboring islands, including St. Lucia, Antigua, Barbados, and Grenada. With further eruptions expected, these countries have turned to the international community, asking for tangible help in the face of an outpouring of solidarity and support. It is in response to this need for help that the United Nations has teamed up with the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to launch the US $29.2 million global funding appeal.
Guyana's CARICOM sister, St. Vincent, battles with the aftermath of the volcano eruption. President of Guyana, Irfan Ali, has offered unwavering support in helping the country rebuild and return to a sense of normalcy. The head of state made these remarks on Monday as he inspected the third shipment of supplies at the Munishwar's wharf.
President Irfan Ali on Tuesday pledged Guyana's support to St. Vincent in helping the country to rebuild and recover from the devastating effects of the La Soufrière volcano eruption. The volcano erupted on April 9th. Guyana, through a joint effort between the government and the private sector, loaded up 275 tons of supplies for St. Vincent and also neighboring Barbados. After a tour of the Lady Fazila laden with supplies, President Ali commended the efforts by the private sector, stating that it tells the story of its strong commitment to their corporate responsibility.
That's it for Around the Globe. Stay tuned for a recap of the headlines. Let's recap the headlines. GUT president says protest actions will continue until public officers' 4% salary increase is secure. The RGPF says the questioning of GUT president is part of their investigations to ensure the COVID-19 regulations are adhered to. One man charged with non-capital murder following a shooting incident in St. John, and several injured following two serious accidents on the weekend. Former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas was tonight's analyst on recent developments in Grenada. In Around the Globe, Guyana president pledges to support St. Vincent and the Grenadines with rebuilding in the aftermath of the volcano eruptions. The United Nations launched $1 million appeal to ramp up international solidarity to respond to SVG humanitarian crisis. In sports, St. David crowned champion of the Republic Bank Right Start GCA Under-19 tournament, and Athletics Canada becomes the latest to withdraw from the 2021 World Athletics Relays. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television's Facebook page or YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Chrislyn Lashington. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.